Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the lifestyle of Jim Carrey. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Biography of Jim Carrey. James Eugene Carrey, an actor and comedian, was born on January 17, 1962, in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Carrey got his start doing stand-up at a Toronto comedy club when he was only 15 years old. He had left his employment as a janitor in the production unit by 1979. He had taken in 1978 to help his family, and was now making a living as the opening act for successful comedians Buddy Hackett and Rodney Dangerfield. Carrey moved west to Hollywood in 1983, where he acted in the made-for-television film Introducing Janet. Carrey's television appearances in packages like The Duck Factory and Jim Carrey's. Following the success of Unnatural Act, 1991, he landed a regular role on the smash sitcom In Living Color. Movies starring Jim Carrey. Which of Jim Carrey's films is your favorite? The Mask, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Jim Carrey biography. Carrey made his big screen debut in 1984's Finders Keepers. He didn't find popularity until he starred in the 1994 comedy Jim Carrey movies, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective as the title character. Carrey's expressive visage, professional imitation ability, and physical comedy style kept the hits coming after that. Jim Carrey movies. The Mask, 1994, Jim Carrey movies, Dumb and Dumber, 1994, and Jim Carrey movies, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, 1995, were among his favorites. Batman Forever was released in 1995. Jim Carrey movies, The Cable Guy was released in 1996, and Liar Liar was released in 1997. Man on the Moon, The Truman Show. Jim Carrey is a well-known actor. Carrey made a successful dramatic turn as Truman Burbank in Peter Weir's. He won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture for The Truman Show, 1998. The Andy Kaufman biography Man on the Moon, 1999, co-starring Courtney Love, was his next collaboration with famed director Milos Forman. Carrey won his second Golden Globe for his spot-on depiction of Kaufman. Despite his Golden Globe win, he did not receive an Academy Award nomination. Despite this, he rose to become one of Hollywood's highest-paid performers, with a rumored asking price of $20 million. Irene, Myself, and Myself, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, is a children's book written by Dr. Seuss. Eternal Sunshine is a song about eternal sunshine. Carrey starred in the comedy Me, Myself, and Irene in the summer of 2000 as a character with two conflicting identities, both in love with the same girl. That October, I was covered in kilos of untried fur and makeup. He played the title Grump in Ron Howard's long-awaited big-budget film adaptation of Dr. Seuss' holiday classic, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. In the 2003 film Bruce Almighty, he co-starred with Jennifer Aniston as a person endowed with godlike abilities. Carrey played opposite Kate Winslet in Charlie Kaufman's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind the following year. Have some fun with Dick and Jane, says the narrator. Dumb and Dumber 2 is a comedy film directed by Jim Carrey. Carrey went on to play a variety of comedic roles, including in films like Fun with Dick and Jane, 2005. Mr. Popper's Penguins, 2009, and A Christmas Carol, 2009, 2011. He also enjoyed supporting roles in Steve Carell's The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, 2013, and Kick-Ass 2, 2013. In 2014, Carrey reunited with Jeff Daniels for the Dumb and Dumber movie. Kidding. In 2018, Carrey made his television debut in the Showtime comedy series Kidding, which tells the story of a couple of famous kids' TV hosts named Jeff, aka Mr. Pickles, whose family life begins to collapse far faster than he can handle. Carrey worked behind the scenes on Showtime as a government producer on the dramedy I'm Dying Up Here before Kidding. After a 3-plus year hiatus, the huge display is back. In early 2020, Jim Carrey will reprise his role as the Wicked Doctor, Robotnik in an adaptation of the popular 1990s online game Sonic the Hedgehog. Paintings. Carrey began pursuing his passion for acting in earnest when his career as a big screen star dwindled. In 2017, he released I Needed Color, a 6-minute documentary in which he discussed his passion for art and showcased his completed pieces. Carrey came under criticism in 2018 after posting an insulting image of someone with the caption, "Who looked like White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders." This is a picture of a self-proclaimed Christian whose entire purpose in life is to deceive the wretched. A spokesman for Monstrous acknowledged that Carrey performed the work, but declined to say whether or not Sanders was the subject. Daughter's personal life. He married Lauren Holly, his Dumb and Dumber co-star, for a short time before embarking on a year-long relationship with Renee Zellweger, the star of Me, Myself, and Irene. Jenny McCarthy, an actress and model, subsequently became a source of anxiety for him. Catriona White, Carrey's girlfriend, died of a heroin overdose in 2015, which was widely misconstrued as a suicide. White's ex-husband and mother both filed lawsuits. Jim Carrey was sued for wrongful death, but the case was eventually dropped. Jim's films have grossed over $3 billion since his breakthrough in 1994's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And, while some may argue that his brand of humor isn't exactly sophisticated, there's no denying that he's Tinseltown's most dependable draw. When you consider the actor's background, his meteoric rise is all the more impressive. Jim Carrey before he became an actor. Jim was born on January 17, 1962, in the Canadian city of Newmarket, Ontario. Throughout his childhood, he had it removed from simple. He spent his adolescent years as the youngest of 4 children working as a janitor to help his impoverished family make ends meet. On one level, when his mother and father realized they were no longer pregnant, the family had no choice but to live out of their car. However, the well-known comic was a performer from the start, and his abilities just demanded attention. His high school teachers did indeed allow him to give a 5-minute presentation at the end of each day, in exchange for not making his fellow college students laugh throughout class. After gaining experience on the local stand-up circuit, he fled to Los Angeles, where he was given a regular slot on the Comedy Store by legendary comedian Rodney Dangerfield. It was just here that Jim would meet 2 people who would forever impact his life. Melissa Womer, a waitress, was the first. The second was comedian Damon Wayans, who subsequently became his wife and mother of his cherished daughter Jane, with whom he collaborated on the film Earth Girls Are Simple. Damon was so taken with Jim's antics in the movie that he referred to him as his brother Keenan, who was working on a brand new sketch show called In Living Color. The big studios weren't far behind when television audiences developed a taste for the comedian's screwball humor. Despite the fact that clowns are known for having broken hearts, Jim has had his share of heartbreak. Despite his illustrious career, he has expressed his loneliness and inability to find the right girl to spend time with after his divorce from Melissa in 1995. That relationship resulted in a contentious legal battle a few years later, when she filed court papers demanding an increase in her child support monies. In 1996, he married actress Lauren Holly for the second time, however their union ended in divorce. He revealed to the world that he suffers from depression in 2004. Since then, the comedian has been linked to Anastasia Volokova, a Russian ballerina who was engaged to Renee Zellweger. Before meeting Jenny McCarthy, the woman who would change his life, he began courting her in 2005. As Jim formed a close bond with the mannequin's autistic son Evan, their relationship quickly deteriorated. I nickname him the Autism Whisperer because he's really helped Evan get beyond certain difficulties that I couldn't. Evan feels safe with him since he talks a language Evan understands. The two are autism campaigners for the Generation Rescue Foundation. In his efforts into serious acting, the jester's solemn side has also been visible. His ability to play more complex roles has also been demonstrated in films such as The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. His weird body comedy, on the other hand, continues to bring in upwards of $25 million every feature. When asked about the origins of the phrase, Jim says that being zany has always been his strong suit. I started fooling around one day by imitating the bands on a document. In 2010, Jim revealed the sad news that he and Ginny had to call it quits after 5 years together. Ginny and I recently called it quits after a 5-year relationship. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.